Hello. Đi.
Good morning, everybody. We're trying to get rolling this morning as I'm up here ahead of the rest of our little building crew. Brittany and younglings will be up here a little later, but I come on up, get fire going, get everything kind of warmed up. You can see here, we're kind of warm up our flashing tape. Still warm up. Warm up the flashing tape and my caulking. We're going to try to put some windows in today. Here in a little bit, I'm going to go out here and actually start carrying the windows in to the house to try to let them warm up a little bit too. We're just in our mid to upper 30s, so it's not. It ain't cold. It's cool, but it ain't that cold. But the flashing tape stuff won't stick right at this temperature. But it is kind of nice to sit here and have my cup of coffee right next to the wood stove. It's pretty nice. But I don't know yet if Brittany has gotten any footage of our little temporary stove, but yes, it is temporary because the pipes actually run out her kitchen window, so she ain't gonna let me leave it there. We are debating doing the I'm gonna try and, there it is, little barrel stove, 55-gallon drum with a stove kit on it. Puts off quite a bit of heat, really, for a little stove like that, no bigger than it is. And I see that looks like battery's already going dead again. I just turned the camera. Anyhow, we are hoping that try to get some windows put in today. I've got to do a little bit more finishing up with some stuff before any bad weather gets here. Hopefully we can get this officially dried in. Obviously the siding's not on it yet, but the Tyvek wraps on it. Get our windows put in, and all 3 doors is already in. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows to put in. We got 6 windows actually, but like I said, one of them got a stovepipe run through it right now. And I ain't taking the stove down and put that little window in there and put it in later. I just my safety shield that I put up for the to protect the wood and everything, I actually flashed around it to keep water out, so it's dried in. It's just not the finished product. Probably went a little overboard for something temporary, but either how, it's there. Enjoy a cup of coffee while it warms up a little bit, and then go start carrying windows. Thanks for joining us this morning, guys. Let's see if we can get any work done. Well, in my attempt to make for sure that I did not bust no windows during storage, you see the nail flange right there, I made a boo-boo. All the rest of the windows have a little bit of, sorry about that guys, let me resituate the camera. All the rest of the windows, the nail flange is bent just a little bit because they're a vinyl window, and I had them wrapped in shipping blankets, and then it's like saran wrap. You use it when you're moving. It's a, I don't know, I guess you call it an industrial strength saran wrap, I guess, I don't know. But anyhow, I assume that over the time of this being wrapped, that pressure from that saran wrap has bent this nail flange down. Nobody's mess up but my own. Not Home Depot's, not the manufacturer, it was me and the way I stored it. So for any of you out there that are just starting your project, fixing to go and buy windows, take the time to set up something to where they are safe and secure and can't get broken, but don't use saran wrap. I feel like a genius right now. So anyway, what I'm going to attempt to do, I'm going to move you back here away from the stove and away from that. I'm letting it warm up a little bit. And what I'm going to attempt to do, there is a, I wish they'd have done them all the way around, but if you will look right at the bottom nail flange, there's a little 1x2 or whatever little strip of wood right there that protected that flange. Well, there ain't nothing on the rest of them. See, you can see how the side flange is a little wavy from where it's been under pressure. That ain't, I'm not worried about it. I can actually straighten it out as I install it. But that right there has me very, very concerned. I think I can fix my boo-boo. We'll find out. Sure if you can see real well or not. What I'm going to do is keep the screws, if I got it by the stove, on this vinyl flange. I'm going to try to pull, slowly pull this flange back down to this strip of wood and try to straighten this thing out.
Okay.
Now it's time to put some windows in. I'll show you how I do it. There's probably 150 different methods out there or more. Yes, I don't know. Seems like everybody you watch or talk to, they go the wrong way. This is how I do it. I go flush cuts. I don't do the X, I don't do the I cuts. I do flush cuts on both sides at the bottom. And then along the top also. When you get up to the top, it's going to be hard to see probably on the camera when we get the camera set up in the house. But on the outside, on your Tyvek, there'll be a 45 cut up. I'll roll it up out of my way. So after I get all my flashing done, get my window in, get the flashing done, and that flap will come back down and be taped back down. So that way any water that does get in behind the siding will be running off of one thing onto another and not under it. Whether, you know, another piece of flashing or Tyvek, whatever the case may be. Probably would have helped if I would have changed my night.
And unfortunately, we can't move to the outside so you can see an outside view because it has decided to sprinkle the rain today. It was not supposed to.
Most people wouldn't put windows in, and we put them off and put them off and go this weather. But unfortunately,
We're
the only
in.
time we get perfect weather,
Is while he's at work during the day.
the only time that we get perfect weather is when I'm at work.
No, he's fine.
I'm gonna need my hammer, Madeline. They could. Well, our goal was to make sure the Tyvek didn't come off, and we accidentally put some of the Tyvek tacks, get the little plastic washer on too close, and the staples too close to the window. We folded it down.
Well, at least they didn't try and
Maybe I need the other hammer too, so I'm going to have one to drive under it.
that one doesn't hold. Here, move. I'll put the back. Thank you.
Do not think that little fire in there is as warm as what it is. Stand out here. It is a lot warmer in the house than out here. Won't be for long if I don't hurry and get winter in.
Mom, get out of here. There's a window.
Maddie, go grab me slap stapler, please. Should be laying over here.
I ain't seen it. I see it. Why is that house such a maze? We don't even live in it. So why does it have such a maze? We don't even live in it yet.
I got ready to do a lot before we get to the driveway.
Okay, fold your little flap up out of your way. Put your temporary staple in it. No, I'm not standing on the ground either. I've got me a little set of scaffolding right there, buddy.
Can you just burn and kind of...
No, I got it. Okay. I've had this over by the fire, I hope. Warming up the stick this go around. Not will always say it should be.
And if it doesn't, we really don't understand that because we've watched people put this in colder temperatures and it stick
Yeah, one
100% just fine.
particular couple that we've watched on YouTube sometimes. They're actually in Canada, and we've watched them put this stuff in Canada. And there's a whole lot colder in here.
So if it doesn't stick, we do not. We must have got like every bad batch that there was of this stuff if it doesn't stick, because we're in the 40s right now.
Warmed up to the 40s.
It might be in the. We might still be in the 30s.
I thought Canada was hot.
No, Canada's cold. Canada's up above us, like way. It's past where we lived in Wisconsin,
And it was cold up there.
and it was cold up there.
By the time when the first snowflake fell.
It ain't sticking worth crap. We thought, one theory was, that's where we're using rough lumber. Maybe go set that big road back over there by the car. We thought it was cold.
But he sanded around the frame, and we have heated the tape. So, like I said, we must have bought every bad batch possible
That they had.
that was available, because every bit of it has done this to us.
Slap tape.
We're gonna cheat and use a slab stapler. Hold it down.
Are we supposed to use our stuff?
It works.
See, it ain't even sticking to the top of it.
I think it's just cold.
You stick it back over by the fire?
Yes, I do.
Do you want the Tyvek tape?
Not yet.
Okay.
Stick the, make sure it's 6 inches up on that sawhorse. Don't lay it up on that window, but. Anyhow, we'll make do here. We'll put a little few temporary staples in it to hold it till,
Till it sticks.
it sticks. At least till it should stick. Go get everything else here.
So the windows we decided to go with, originally we were going to go with double hung windows, but we decided just to do a single hung. We decided to go, I think it's, what are they, 35 by 47?
What?
The window size.
No, I don't.
Close to 35, they're close to 3 foot by 4 foot.
They're called a 3040, which is rated as a 3 foot by 4 foot, but they're less than that.
Right.
They call them a 3040, which is 3 foot 0 inches, 4 foot 0 inches, but it's actually just a shade under that. I'll look at one of the things here in a minute and get the exact dimension. It's right here. $35 3/8 by 47 1/4. Get it?
What he said.
Alright, YouTube, we have officially got tried in now. As you can tell, we still got a mess and have to clean up. But we have our doors and our windows all installed, flashed, ready to go. Got our Tyvek wrap on. I mean, obviously on the outside we still got to do siding. But there's the back door. You can see it through all the studs. The French door. Now, one window we didn't get put in was the kitchen window because it's a pass-through for the stovepipe right now. But we had the boys' bedroom windows, boys' bedroom window, Maddie's bedroom window, and the office window all installed. Need you anything, Dad?
No.
We're all dried in, and what's the matter, Maddie?
I mean, hold up there.
Well, nobody told you to stay out there.
That's why I didn't get done.
The way we done our windows, we used a 9-inch flashing to make our seal pan, and silicone right around the edges, and then as we put the windows in. And actually this is the window that earlier this morning I was working on with the messed up flange. We got it. It wasn't perfect, but we did get it good enough that was able to seal it up. It actually turned out to look pretty good. But anyhow, the way we done it is we nailed the side flanges and the top flanges snug tight, and then at the bottom I wanted horseshoe shims, as I call them, but couldn't find them nowhere. So I ended up using these tile spacers, they're 3/16 thick, on all the bottom of the windows. I actually just pushed that up against the nail and then tightened the nail in against it to give a gap for water. If any water does get on the seal pan, it will make it out to the outside. Would be a whole lot easier though if I had the horseshoe shims, but we made it. As you can see, it's the same story in here. The 9-inch flashing making the seal pan, and then it's flashed up both sides and then across the top, and then the Tyvek is brought back down and taped to it. So if any water there has to hit something else to come out. It ain't hitting the seam and going in behind nothing. And if you see the cracks in the walls, you think, well, it's not airtight. Well, the Tyvek is out there. That is where we use the rough lumber. The Tyvek has it sealed up. It's actually pretty cozy in here.
It does stay pretty warm even though we've not got any insulation.
Yeah, we ain't got none of our insulation yet, but Jack and Critterbug sitting over here by the fire, staying warm. Okay, guys, I can't hardly hold my arm out. That's for it.
We got us all.
We will see you all.
Daddy, you're not in it.
There we go. We got it now. We will see you all next time.